this place. Come on, let's welcome him tonight. To this brokenness. We know that you desire in the praises of your people. So we lift our hands and we lift up our hearts. Yes, we do. As we offer up this praise to your holy name. Come on, Aaron. Sing the verse. Creation declares your glory. Oh, and the universe declares your majesty.
As I was meditating this week, and particularly this morning, I began to ask God, teach me how to control my atmosphere. Not that we change the atmosphere, but I asked God to teach me how to control my atmosphere. Because if I have that ability to control my atmosphere, things will work better for me. Yeah. What we do is whatever atmosphere we walk into, it controls us. Yeah. I don't care how bad the situation is, if I can speak to it by the directive of God, it's got to change. Oh, come on, somebody. I wish y'all would help. I told y'all help me get excited. We can go into the house. Right? We ain't got to be here long. I heard somebody say they can preach in 15 minutes and tell the church up and go on and do what they got to do. But I believe, because, and I got some scripture to back this up with me this morning. I was just meditating on one of my favorites. I was thinking about Elijah when the woman's son had died. And he just began to take that. She said, wait a minute. Well, did you come to bring my sins back to me? You know, when we get in trouble, we automatically think God don't like us no more. That's right. Or when things don't go our way, we feel like God is against us. Or if something happened tragic in our lives, we feel like, well, we must have done something for this to happen. This is in the 17th chapter, I believe. 1 Kings 17, somewhere around there. There's 17 going into the 18th chapter. 18 starts talking about Ahab, and it's going ready to rain. So it's about the 17th, maybe 31st, 4th verse, somewhere around there, if I remember correctly. My mind is as it used to be. But I understand that the woman said at that moment because she knew that she had a prophet in the house with her. I wish somebody would help me. See, when you know that you have somebody that's connected to God with you, then they know something ought to happen. Can somebody help me? I'm not talking about these fake preachers, you know, those that claim they got all this and don't have nothing. But if you know you got a man or a woman of God in the house with you, something ought to happen. Amen. Now, just because it don't happen today don't mean it ain't going to happen. But if they in the house with you, if your house has been occupied by somebody that got some power, then something ought to happen. That's right. That's right. Huh? So this woman understood. She said, well, did you come to back here to bring me? This ain't what I'm dealing with. I'm getting into that. She said, did you come to remind me of my sins? My son. My son. In the beginning of that, she said, I didn't even ask for a child. Anybody read that? You know, some things God, you say, God, I didn't ask you, but you gave it to me anyway. But now you're going to take it from me? Oh, come on. Anybody been struggling with some stuff this week? You've been wondering where God is. Come on. Y'all act like y'all want to talk to me today. So at that moment, Elijah, knowing who God was, he said, give him to me. Now, if you ever, I'm going to help somebody, study your Bible, you understand that Elijah was a type of Christ. So what Elijah was saying was, give this problem to the king. We're going to take it before the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Because I know he's going to do something. Now, the first time Elijah spoke, didn't nothing happen, but he said he went and stretched out on top of the child. He began to make a connection. He began to control his atmosphere. Huh? But Elijah understood that he had directly from God. But at that moment, he could have easily got discouraged. How many of you, when you hear some bad news, you get discouraged? Yes. It sets you back for a minute. Come on. We don't remember right away that God is still in control. I don't care how bad it gets, God still got everything in control. He said, look, heaven is my home and the earth is my footstool. He said, all inhabitants are as grasshoppers. I got this. I'm in control of all this. Don't worry about it. I know exactly what I'm doing. So Elijah had to get his mind right. Anybody can get your mind right this week? I had to get my mind right. Because the Bible said we're troubled on what side? Every side. Come on, somebody. You're going to always have something going on. Because the enemy, if he ain't messing with you, then we're going to have a break every now and then. But there's going to come a time, he said he's going to leave you for a season. But he's coming back. So if you got some struggles, you know, God had reminded me this week, you might have some stuff going on, but I see you. Come on. So I had to understand that I began to go back to my prayer. I said, God, I need this power manifested. If I get somebody to get excited with me today, we can move. I said, I need this power. How many of y'all, I know I don't want folks to take this the wrong way because we got some good church folk. But I don't need no good church folk. I wish we didn't have a church. If I can get away from church, we can see some power. But we have been church so much that we have moved away from the power because now we're conducive to such great conditions. How hard would you push if we had to sit outside in the parking lot and have service? If we had to be in the elements, how serious would your relationship be if we had to move away from what we know? Maybe we need to go back to the day where we had to go from house to house because you couldn't gather too long because somebody was coming to find you out. Those people had to produce something because they knew that if they didn't, something bad was going to happen to them. And they had to run their course until the end. They knew that one day they was going to have to give their life for this. One day. And we get caught up in some little stuff. You know, you said major than the mind. And we had some stuff that catch us off guard because we feel like we got some things wrapped up. And it seems like when we take him to God, he don't respond right away. Anybody here should say amen. Amen. How many of y'all got some ongoing stuff? Yes. I mean, you got some stuff that's been happening for you for at least the last year or better. Maybe 2 years. 3, 4, 5. Some stuff just seems to be repetitive. Yes. That's why I say, God, teach me how to control my atmosphere. See, we're going into a new season spiritually and naturally. There has been in the natural, and I see everybody got their nice sweaters on. I can put mine on today. All the men got their nice sweaters on today because it was a little chilly outside, you know. And I said, well, let me grab a sweater because I wasn't going to put a jacket on. I said, well, I got a corduroy that I like to wear with this. I said, well, let me put on a sweater instead. It might be 70 degrees when we leave here. Come on, something like that. You don't know what you, so you know, I want to be able to control my atmosphere and I want to always be dressed appropriately for the climate that I'm going into. Somebody missed that. I don't know, I told my daughter Mariah on the way here, I said, you know, the weather can change any moment. I said, I can cool off faster than I can warm up. I'd rather be in the spring and summer seasons. I can run into the air conditioning, but just something about trying to warm up takes a little longer. I always want to dress appropriately, so just in case, I'd rather pull layers off and try to put something on. And then I'm a little free to move. Got some freedom, I can move around a little bit. So I want us to have a mindset of, and I want you to think about your biggest struggle. Just in this week alone. Your biggest struggle. I think Sister Cox read a scripture when she's talking about speaking to it. Your faith. If you speak in it, are you believing it? Because if you speak it, you control your atmosphere if you believe it. If you don't believe it, don't speak it. I said, God, it's time for us to really see some action. Amen. I hear y'all saying amen, but are you in agreement with me? Yes. It's time for us to see some action because I understand, Sister Wilder, that we've been in church a long time. Amen. I've been in church church all my life, and some stuff that they told me, I still ain't seen happen yet. They preached it over and over and over and over again, but I ain't seen no results. So what I'm asking God now is, where are our results? I know I'm a believer. You believe? Amen. Well, let me see something. If you're a believer, stand up. I'm not just talking about your mouth. If you ain't a believer, don't get me wrong, I won't be offended if you don't believe. But today, I'm talking about those that at all costs, I mean, when you get down to the nitty gritty, you ain't got nothing left with God, you still believe. Amen. I mean, when the rubber meets the road, you don't have no other recourse. There's no other way out. All you have is God.
Yes.
You need God to do something, and you need Him to do it right away.
Amen.
But what happens is our mind gets caught up on stuff that really not important. It's just a distraction. It's causing us to look past where God really wants us to be. We are so hungry for it that a little distraction comes. See, that could be a distraction for me because I really can't see straight down the aisle. But I got sense enough to get a better view. I can stand here all day and fight with it. Well, wait a minute, you in my... No, don't worry about it. I can get right here and still see where I'm going. Sometimes you got to make some kind of adjustment, and the first adjustment must be...
Yeah. That's right.
Because if you get your mind right, then this right here going to line up with the word. See, once my mind gets lined up with this word, then I can change my atmosphere. But what's happening is the atmosphere has become so tight. There's little stuff going on, little storms happening in your atmosphere, just cause a little burst. Anybody been to a fireworks show? It lights up the night, but it's just a distraction. You get that boom, then it gets pretty. You get another boom, then it gets pretty. But it's still just noise. The enemy loves to create noise, and he knows how to get some of us some great noise.
Yes.
Now, what affects you might not affect me, but I still got some kind of effect on my life. What be happening to you might not mean nothing to me, but that's still my fight. So in the midst of my fight, I need to see God change something. But see, we forget that we have some power. But when you don't really use your power, it causes you to fall short. Now, if you go home right now, if you ain't paid your light bill, there will be no power.
Right.
I'm going to tell you this. If you have not spent any time with God, there will be your power shortage in your life. You may see it. I said if you have not spent, I'm not just talking about, but see, sometimes you got to build, there must be some momentum into this.
Yes.
See, what happens is when we struggle with ourselves, that's the worst fight.
Yes, it is.
Oh, come on, somebody. Especially if you've done something that you didn't think was quite right, that'll mess you up. But Paul made a statement. Go with me to Philippians. We're going to start at Philippians, the 4th chapter and the 4th verse. Some things as good Christians and believers, we still fall short. Come on, somebody. We still fall. If we was perfect, we wouldn't be here. There's some areas in my life that I need to make sure that I'm effective in. Because, while y'all looking for that, Gideon made a statement. I like Gideon too. If you notice me, I like the heroes. Those people that cause some things to happen. Gideon made a statement while he was talking. He said, where be the miracles that our fathers told us about? He said, look, I heard about all these great things that you can do, God. Where are they at? Anybody ever asked God that question? Y'all been afraid to ask him? I said, God, where are all these miracles that these people have been talking about? Why don't we see them in the church today? Anybody wonder? And these churches are full of folks, and we can just say it here. I need to see God produce something. I'm looking for the first miracle. Well, we done had a miracle, but I'm talking about another level of miracle. Yes. I'm talking about that miracle that will blow the natural man's mind. I'm talking about God doing something that hasn't been done in centuries. I'm talking about a complete healing right here on the spot.
Yes.
I'm talking about things showing up for you that you prayed about 2 years ago. I can preach it, but you can control it. Because my faith is my faith, but you got to have your own.
That's right. That's right.
Now, I can lead you down this path, but you got to walk this faith line on your own. Now, I can speak it until I pass out. If you don't believe it, it ain't going to do you no good. Because what happens is by the time we get to the house this morning, something going to hit you. He's going to be waiting with some more bad news. He might get you while you're in the car. You know, I think cell phones are great, but that might be the worst thing. That communication, man, is wild. You can't you connect to the whole world with your cell phone. I can hear bad news from Kansas to North Carolina, Mississippi, Alabama in a matter of minutes. Somebody passed away now, I know within minutes, and I ain't in the state no more, but they make sure did you hear about such and such? How about we get some good news out of that fact? When God does great things, how come we can't broadcast that so quick?
That's right. That's
Church
right.
folk.
That's right.
But you know, we say, I don't want nobody in my business. But you didn't have no problem telling me how much you were struggling. Tell them how good God is when he brought you out. He was still good when you was in it, but you know, when he brought me out, I got a testimony now. So I'm saying we got to get our minds in a place where God can use us consistently. If we're going to speak to that tree, if we're going to command it to produce something, we got to believe it if we don't see it. I got to believe it when I don't see it. Now, I went into my prayer closet this morning. You know, I went back and read the scripture. Sometimes, you know, we quote stuff. I want to make sure I was quoting it right. So when I went into my closet today, in my prayer room, I closed the door. That's what the Bible says. I closed the door. So when I closed the door, I began to go down. I said, God, that's my prayer. This is what I'm expecting from you. Now, in the midst of that, immediately my mind tried to tell me, that's almost impossible. But then I remember that the God I serve works best in impossibilities. He's an incredible God, and he can do incredible things. You see, I understand that some things are designed just to get at me. Some things might not even affect you. You might be like, man, that ain't nothing. But to me, it's a big thing. Now, your situation to me might be, you tripping on that. But to you, that's your fight. I can't fight your fight, you can't fight mine. But even in all that, if we come together and we believe God in the midst of, because you know, collective faith can cause something to happen. I said collective faith. You know, we all believe. I might not know what you really need, but I know you need something. As long as I'm in agreement with you, he'll work it out.
That's right.
But see, what the enemy want to do is he want to separate us so we don't come together and believe. Now, I'm not telling you to tell everybody your business because you know everybody don't even know. But if you got somebody you can depend on, and y'all get together and say, I believe God to do this. See, I like to say, God, can you produce it? Not can you, but will you produce it for me in about 7 days? Anybody talk to God like that? I don't know if y'all, I talk to God like that. I believe we got that kind of relationship. And there's been a few times he's had to come through on my behalf.
Yes, he has.
And not that he didn't come through at all. I mean, within that time period. There was some times he might have come through after that, but he still came through. But I believe in God today that I got to learn how, even in my own mind. Do you know when you start rejoicing in your mind, it'll start to come out of you?
That's right.
I don't think we rejoice in our mind, because you know what we're doing in our mind is fighting with our own selves. You know. Come on, somebody. This week has been one of the weeks I had to make my mind.